Well, the skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
Hurts throwing right away. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Dances by him. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Quick slant, Dotson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And an Eagles first down.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd manageable and make them able.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nifty move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Goff now looks to throw. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play action. It's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Complete to Wright. He's brought down at the 44. Call it a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's gone. That's to the tight end, Laporta. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Montgomery is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Gibbs, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it, but here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pushing his way through. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts heading back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Hurts. He's got Smith here. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 38-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That's a
taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now, here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Bates' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. This short throw caught by Goddard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down at 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Will go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Goff now looks to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Open man, that's too slow. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss of 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
2nd and 11 at the 6-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. He's on his way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 84 yards. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. On that long touchdown, look, the pass was fine, but it was short. What Saquon did after the catch, that's impressive.
And that's just demoralizing if you're on the defensive side of the ball, too, because if he catches a short one, that's your opportunity to tackle him, put him on the ground, and get up for the next down. Instead, he makes a move, he makes people miss, he runs through tackles, he spins, he jukes, and he continues to run because once he gets into the open field and turns it loose, he can fly.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 11, a minute 35 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Out of the gun, Goff. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
10 more yards. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. From the 50, it's gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts,
That's good.
as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goff goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
1st down.
Here's 1st down. Now Goff. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to... And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. On the return is Williams. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Wilson's got it complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, 33 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Achane gets it from the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He's tackled at the 40.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run. Achane. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 6-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 12. And the Steelers first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the give, it's Warren. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers now to throw. He'll find his man Skoranek over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him at the end zone.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Steelers will line up for the...
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points.
And makes the score Steelers 14. Dolphins.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. 2 in the Dolphins offense getting ready to take over once again. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Little short pass here to Hill. Here's 3rd and 9.
Complete to Julian Hill. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
At the 29-yard line.
Tua going to throw. That is going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
By
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2nd and 9. Hand off to Wood. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. To throw is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Steelers first down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, Brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action. Now it's Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a gain of 35. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a run with Warren. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Warren will try the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
All right. Ready?
In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
At the 20-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
44, ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Hayward. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On the run, it's Warren. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
They'll run it. Warren. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Steelers.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rodgers throwing here to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Miami, so long, everybody.
Not headed to the airport for this one. One more day here will suit me just fine.